Welcome to today's episode. We're going to take a deep dive into one of the most played games of the last decade, Fortnite. Launched in 2017, it quickly transformed from a unique battle royale to a global phenomenon, dominating pop culture, reshaping the gaming industry. Its unique building mechanics, frequent in-game events, and massive collaborations with artists, movies, and even entire franchises captured the imagination of millions. It wasn't a game, it was a movement. But as all things that are popular, all good things must come to an end. Despite its meteoric rise to fame, Fortnite has lost a large portion of its player base in recent years. What went wrong? Was it many random crossovers that have no reverberations on the game itself? The deviation in player expectations? Or the shift in gaming tastes? The game that united players from around the world now cannot seem to keep its fanbase engaged. In its heyday, it was the most played game of all time, most viewed game on YouTube and Twitch. But today, the game that captivated millions now breaks apart. Here to talk about this with me is Martin. Hi, Martin. How are we?
Yeah, I'm alright.
When did you start playing Fortnite?
Chapter 1, Season 3 was like 2019 or something, 2018, I don't know.
2017, what? 2017, 2018. What do you think about how Fortnite is today? Do you think it's not as good as it was back in the day?
Yeah, it's alright, but builds, you have to be really good all the time, and if you don't keep up to date with all the new weapons and that, you're just not gonna do well. Compared to zero builds, you don't really have to do as well.
Okay, so what was your favourite Fortnite season?
The Season 2 was pretty good.
That was a phenomenal season, wasn't it? So do you know what the most top 5 fan favourite seasons are?
That Chapter 2, Season 2 is probably one of them.
That's number 1. Then we have the Marvel season in Chapter 2.
It's because loads of people like Marvel probably didn't play it, and then when it came to the game, they just got more people to play it. So.
The first OG season.
What's that?
Where we went back to Chapter 1 for 4 weeks.
Not last year, the
year before, yeah.
Yeah, that brought back loads of players, so that's
it
probably
did,
why.
Yeah, it did really well for that.
That's probably why people favourite it.
And then it was Chapter 1, Season 5, which was when they introduced the desert and also drift.
And the rifts.
So yeah. Then the final best season, the 5th one, is Chapter 1, Season 7, which was the Christmas season, which I think is good, but I don't think it's one of the best.
I feel like they could have been better.
Absolutely. What do you think the worst season all of Fortnite has ever been?
It wasn't even meant to be a battle royale to begin with.
No, it wasn't. Do you know when they started that actual development?
I don't know, like 2015 or something.
I think it was early. I think it was 2011, and they were talking about just making it save the world. And then when the whole battle royale scene blew up with H1Z1 and PUBG, they just jumped on the train and they just went, didn't they? And haven't looked back since.
Probably Chapter 2, Season 6, the Primal one.
That's the one that was fan voted the worst. When do you think the peak of Fortnite was?
Probably sometime Chapter 1, Chapter 2.
So what, probably back end of Chapter 1, start of Chapter 2?
Yeah, I'd say about there.
Probably up to what, Chapter 2, Season 3 maybe? When they drowned the map?
It was unique, but...
It was very unique. It was I think it was a very good concept, because that wasn't the first time we had swimming, was it? It was Chapter 2, Season 1.
That's when they introduced swimming, fishing.
Yeah. When do you think that Fortnite had the start of the drop off?
Probably near the end of Chapter 2, when we were Chapter 2, Season 8 to Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Because sort of after Zero Build, before Zero Build, that was because loads of people were getting tired of the builds and couldn't keep up, so they just didn't find it fun no more.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Zero Build was a good thing that they introduced it, because it was, I was never good at building. I've been playing Fortnite since Chapter 1, Season 1, so the very start, and I just never got the hang of building.
I feel like I was pretty decent at building, but when Zero Build came out, I just preferred it so much more.
And then you just lost the skill, didn't you? Do you think that Fortnite's had a bit of a comeback since the drop?
Yes, when they brought back the OG season.
Yeah.
I think that's when they had 14 million players at once at some point.
Yeah, it was 14. I don't have it written down. I thought I did. My bad.
It's like 14 million people on at one point.
Yeah, that was just like the start of the season, wasn't it? And you'd be like that, and you're in a match, instead of waiting, a few
because like
minutes.
all the OG people came back to play it.
Yeah, and I think that was something that Fortnite saw and was like, we can run with this. Hence why they've now got like the permanent mode, haven't they? Which is, I don't like the permanent mode. What do you think of the permanent mode?
It's like well, when you think about it, the proper season 1 chapter 1 and season 2 chapter 1, they were pretty bland and basic, but as everyone was not really good at building, everyone found it fun.
Yeah, absolutely. How many players do you think Fortnite has? Like, registered players, how many do you think it has as of right now? Well, no, I think this was 2024, this data.
A few million.
A few 100 million. So Fortnite at the time when this was, had 650 million registered players worldwide. That's insane.
Yeah, that's like halfway to a billion.
Yeah, it's over halfway to a billion, isn't it? It's a lot of people that play it. It's really interesting how much it captivated its audience. So the game launched in June 2017. And by late 2018, the game had 200 million registered players. That's how quickly the game blew up in the space of just over a year. 200 million people were playing Fortnite and were registered to play Fortnite.
Loads of those people probably don't even play no more, and some
absolutely
play.
I mean, yeah, I've given up on Fortnite personally. I don't like it anymore.
Well, I still play it. I do like a bit of Black Ops with my brother though. Fortnite with my brother, depends.
Do you ever have a point where Fortnite was like your main game that you played, just religiously?
Yeah, it was like chapter 1. Me and my brother, and at that point we only had the Xbox, so we were taking turns on it. We just played that from chapter 1, like, constantly.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that was the same with me, that I played it religiously, from like chapter 1, season 3, until the end of the first chapter. And then after the first chapter, it was just the point I was like, I don't like this new map. So I didn't play for the entirety of chapter 2, season 1. Besides when I had the Star Wars club and I wanted the lightsabers.
That season got extended so many times, didn't it? It was like a third of a year.
Yeah, it was a lot, and it wasn't even that good. And then obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Everyone was thrust into lockdown. So it's the case of everyone needed a new game to play. So everyone went back on Fortnite, and that's when I got back into Fortnite. I played it religiously. I sunk hundreds and hundreds of hours into it during Chapter 2, Season 2. And that's the first season I ever hit Tier 100. But I didn't have the Battle Pass, which is the annoying thing.
I hit Tier 100 in all seasons, but annoyingly, didn't get Season 5, 6 or 7, but I got the 3, 4, 8, 9 and 10.
Yeah. That's quite cool. Do you have, like, a favourite skin in Fortnite?
Yeah, there's a few skins that I prefer over all the others, like Elite Agent.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I use Technique from the Season 4 Battle Pass. There was this one in the item shop, came Season 2 Chapter 5, the Discotheque Manic. That one.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good skin. So do you think, a main part of the reason why Fortnite is so popular today is because it was free? And it's always been free?
Yeah, I think that helped. There's people who, won't pay money to play games, but as they see a free game, they'll try it out. So
yeah.
I feel like that really helped out.
And I mean, that was the thing, is that Fortnite always had the chance to be like, yo, we've got millions of people signing up daily. Let's slap a 20 quid price tag on it. But they never did. And the only thing you had to pay for was the V-Bucks and also Save the World. So you do still have to pay for Save the World. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate you, mate. You didn't see that. He's flipping me off. Love that. Okay. So, Do you think that Fortnite's starting to get a bit over the top with the crossovers? Because as of last year, there was 414 collaboration skins.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting over the top with the emotes and the collab skins, because all the emotes now are like icon series emotes, which
Yeah.
they've like sort of made a deal with. But
Yeah.
those emotes back in the day, they used to be like unique.
Orange Justice is the best emote of all time. With 414 collaboration skins, we're just looking at the skins. Do you think it's starting to get to the point where, like, it stops becoming Fortnite and starts becoming a Marvel game? Because, I mean, Marvel has so many skins, I've lost track of how many. I have a lot of them, I can't lie.
I feel like yes and no. Yes, because there's so many like crossover skins you can be. You can be like Hulk, Iron Man. You can then be like the
But
Weeknd.
how many Iron Man skins are there now? There's, what, like 3?
That's the thing. They like remake some of the skins, so it's like there's just so many different versions of different skins that you can be. It's just the thing is there are unique skins they still make. It's just not as good.
I mean, I think a lot of the thing is now is that Fortnite are too. They've sort of dug themselves a hole, haven't they, with the crossovers?
Yeah.
And now that there's Iron Man, The Weeknd, Sub-Zero, all those sort of people in Fortnite. I mean, Godzilla. Why the hell have we got Godzilla in Fortnite?
Getting clipped on by Godzilla.
That's mad. I mean, Mrs. Incredible. Why have we got the Incredibles in there? It makes no sense. But the fact we have the Incredibles in Fortnite, and like, because there's a whole Disney merger, wasn't there? And like, is it this year or next year we're meant to be getting like a whole like Disney themed thing in Fortnite?
Yeah, I
So
feel like
a massive crossover with Disney. Do you think it's just like, why? I want to play original Fortnite again. Like, I want to play it with no crossovers. Like, only like the limited time events. Like the Endgame one or the John Wick bounty mode, something like that.
I used to like the one shot mode, but I don't think
Yeah.
they just don't add the modes back in no
No,
more.
they don't, because there are because I mean the whole thing is that Fortnite's now becoming more like a launcher for a game. A bit like Steam or something like that. It's becoming more like that and becoming less and less like how Fortnite was. And that's actually one of my questions. Do you think eventually it's just going to become a launcher for games and Fortnite will cease to exist?
I don't think so, because the main aspect is the battle royale. That's what they focus on.
Yeah.
So they don't really focus on the creative side as much.
No, but then there's the creators of the worlds that do. I mean, some of them, I'm blown away with them, that they're built in Fortnite. It's insane.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a few years ago or something they added the UEFN or something like that? Where
The Unreal Engine, yeah.
Yeah, they made it like you can import like so many like realistic things.
Yeah. It's very strange though, isn't it?
What's your opinion on Chapter 5 when they had the projectile weapons? Where the weapons had bullet drop instead of hit scan?
Oh, yeah. That was an interesting thing for the community, wasn't it? Because people didn't like that.
At first, I thought it was just my aim, and then when I realized that it was like just bullet drop, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, I think in a way it's good because it's like how a lot of games do it. Because I mean, COD has bullet drop. I'm pretty sure. Does it?
some of the snipers, I think, and the marksman rifles but I think the ARs slightly.
Should we ask our COD guy? Hey Ollie, bullet drop in COD just on snipers? Bullet drop in COD games, is it just on snipers? He's thinking. But I think with Fortnite, it's aimed at kids, isn't it? So they need to. I mean, the majority of it is aimed at kids. So do you think they should have kept hit scan? Because with hit scan, it's like just a very like.
They did revert it back to hit
They
scan.
did, didn't they? It was. What chapter are we on now? 6 or 5 still?
6.
6.
Chapter 6, Season 2.
It was when Chapter 6 came back, they put hit scan back in, didn't they? So do you think that Fortnite should have kept hit scan originally, because it's a game aimed at kids? So, they're not going to be able to think, oh yeah, I need to aim my gun up more, so that way it goes wee.
Well, the thing is,
Why did I do that?
yes and no. yes, everyone just prefers the hit scan, whereas the projectile. Well, thing is, Fortnite's a 12+ game, so the 12-year-olds or older, they'll know the projectile and they'll know to aim up. And with the Lego, yeah, that's the thing. The game is 12+, but then they've got Lego for the like smaller children, I guess. And in Lego, they've just made the skins much more family friendly.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I remember a whole thing when they first brought out the Piggy ratings in Fortnite, and all these people were having a go that, oh, we can't play as the Demogorgon in this map because it's too scary. And then
they added it in Chapter 1 where they weren't even thinking about this, so
exactly.
Why now change to the family friendly?
And like the whole thing is that with skins, I mean, there were skins that had guns on weren't allowed in a map that was like rated 7, were they?
I know.
So they were going to like remove guns and the grenades from characters. What's the point? It just removes the whole aspect of the skin sometimes.
Well, the whole game is revolved around guns.
Literally.
And they're literally going to play the Battle Royale first anyway, because that's what it loads you up on. So.
The thing which I think is really funny is that with the whole Disney merger, let's be real, they're going to bring Mickey Mouse out as a skin, which is going to be hilarious.
Godzilla clipping Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse isn't allowed to use guns in games. So he's going to be a creative exclusive thing that has no guns in it. It just doesn't make any sense. What's the point of adding that skin to the game?
People in creative will get Mickey Mouse with guns anyway.
But it's just like, it doesn't make any sense how, everyone says, oh, Mickey Mouse can't use guns, but then why are you putting him in a game that literally revolves around you shooting people? Makes no sense whatsoever.
Thing is, with them doing Lego for like the children, they've probably played it a few years ago, so they're going to be older and probably won't really like Lego as much.
Yeah.
So the audience of Fortnite has just grown up with it, so I don't know why they're going like backwards. It's
like all like the YouTubers we used to watch as kids, like Dan TDMs, people like that.
He doesn't really upload no more.
No, he doesn't. He's got 2 kids and a wife, so it's understandable, really, isn't it? But like Dan TDM, he's literally said that when he streams, he's not going to do family friendly because he knows that a lot of his audience aren't kids anymore, and the people that watch him still are the same people that used to watch him back in the day. I still watch him, but he's said that he's not going to change. No, he said he's going to change. He's going to be more audience focused and more like not what's the word? Not family friendly. He's going to be a bit more rude about like a bit more crude and stuff like that, which I think is a wonderful idea. Because I've always liked streamers and YouTubers, but I think watching them, they're like, "Hi guys, so today we're playing whatever kid games people like nowadays." I don't know. I think I don't want to watch this. It's a load of crap. It's like
it's more fun when they swear because then it's like genuine.
Like Jacksepticeye.
I haven't really watched him really.
He's never seen Jacksepticeye.
No.
It's not on that. Ollie, we need to change this. He's not listening. He's on his phone. Bless him.
Or he's collapsed.
Or he's dead. Yeah. Never seen Jacksepticeye. Well, I mean, do you know who Jacksepticeye is?
Yes.
The Irish geezer.
Yeah.
Just swears and screams his head off, which I think is absolutely hilarious. But kids aren't allowed to watch it. Saying that, I did not watch Jacksepticeye when I was younger playing Happy Wheels. I totally didn't. But I think that's like the fun of it sometimes, is that you have the people who are family friendly, then also people who are not. Like Daz. Daz isn't, is he? Well, he kind of is, but also kind of isn't. It's a bit of both. I don't watch Daz, so I don't know. But I think with Fortnite streamers, they need to, like... You have that streamers who are family friendly and do family friendly content on Fortnite. Then you have streamers who are not family friendly.
You just swear all the time.
Just like, you. People who are swearing like mad.
It's like Nico30, he's family friendly.
He does my head in.
He's so annoying.
He's so annoying.
Well, Nico30, he's played it since release, and still he's still doing family friendly. It's just infuriating.
Have you seen when the Black Ops 6 beta came out and he got a code? I think it was Skyline he was on. And he went up behind someone, did the human shield thing, and says, "Please be family friendly." And this guy goes...
Just starts swearing.
Just swears like mad. That's the thing. Nick A30 needs to moderate, but he has a reputation of being the family-friendly guy.
Yeah, but the people who watched him ages ago, they've grown up. I don't know.
And now those people are the same people taking the out of him. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they swear. So like, when he goes, "Oh, don't swear," it just doesn't. It's just cringe.
Yeah, it's just cringe. Like, grow up, bro. And like, I've seen videos of him going like into like the mall and stuff dressed as Icon skin and doing like the gritty. You're in your 30s, bro.
He's like 27 or something.
Should we quickly look up how old Nick A30 is?
I think he's like 28.
He's got to be like 28, 27, something like that. But it just doesn't make sense why he's still doing that. He's 29. I'm pretty sure he still lives at home with his parents. Do you have like a favourite like Fortnite streamer?
Don't really watch Fortnite streamers.
That's fair. Martin, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. Is there anything you'd like to say to the camera if you'd like to direct it at that camera? Love that. Very, very Fallout-esque. I think Ollie's dying or he's laughing. So thank you all for watching this episode about Fortnite. Next episode, Ollie will be on with me. Yeah, that'll be an interesting topic. Yeah. Cheers for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.